message. Okay, so I didn't write this down because I'm just getting off of work. If you guys have headphones in, make sure you guys turn down the volume just a little bit. And yeah, what I got for you guys is you are the most gorgeous you have ever been. And there's some things that you are not realizing about yourself, that certain things are unfolding in a different way, and it's really going to shift your perspective to calm your nerves, to calm you down, to help you with anxiety, to help you with some of the things that you guys are going through currently. And so I'm going to go over as much as I can remember. Hold on second. If you guys have your live stream buffering, make sure that you turn up the HD settings to 720p. Okay, let's jump in. Anything not of the light or the divine plan is no longer welcome here and must leave immediately. Calling upon my angels, my ancestors only of the highest white light, and Archangel Michael, as I calibrate to the energy of the collective. No weapons formed against me shall prosper. Amen. All right, guys. So what I'm getting for you is, hold on. Let me fix this. So I can see the chat. Okay, so what I'm getting for you is you're going through this rebirth, and with this rebirth, you've been hitting some brick walls, okay? Whoever I'm speaking to, you are doing some of the things that you normally do, whether it's affirming and doing law of attraction, doing affirmations, doing all of these things, prayer, but there's like a missing link. There's this thing that you haven't been able to figure out that is missing. So some of you might have already figured out what it is, and for others of you, this will help a great deal. You guys are starting to see that you're going to bounce back from this. It didn't feel like it for a long time. You guys could be on week 5, 6, 7, or 8 of some really weird things unfolding or consistent things unfolding. And this is all for your rebirth. It's a really big rebirth. It could make you really emotional. It can make you cry. And what I'm getting is you are rising something from the dead. There is a feeling, there is this inner child aspect that you guys are bringing back to life or like resuscitating. There could have been a lot of inner child healing that you guys already did, and this is what makes you guys beam. This is like the secret code to everything you do. Your milkshake, your being attractive, your magnetism is the way that you care for your inner child. And what you're going to start doing is, just like you would put all this tender loving care and unconditional love into a child, you're going to do this for the little version of you. You're going to do this for the little versions of you that were scared, that didn't have anybody around, and you are going to make that inner child proud. Every time you're moving forward, every time you're thinking about popping off, doing something crazy, complaining, just giving up, the big reason why you're not going to give up is because you're going to see that 10-year-old you. You're going to see that 12-year-old you, that 8-year-old you that is going to make me really emotional. I'm just trying to get through it without crying because it's a very, like, it's an emotional download. Like, it's good, but it's emotional. And I know I have a lot of empaths tuning in and light workers tuning in and those that are chosen. And I feel like those that have chosen have been getting attacked, have been dealing with a lot of devil energy. You guys have been going through it, okay? And you're going to look at the 8-year-old version of you that went through trauma, the 10-year-old version of you, and that is the key to you unlocking the life that you want, less resistance, and you kind of guiding that inner child, like, see, things are going to be okay. This is what I'm doing. It's actually going to help you pivot and slow down and switch gears to where if you are always like hammering things like I gotta go, I gotta do, this is why I have to defend myself. If you guys are always in this like defensive mode with the shield up and you're not letting people in and you're just like telling people to back up all the time because you just don't be trusting, you just don't be letting people in. What you're going to be doing is you're just going to be seeing things in a different way. Like, you know what? I'm just going to calm down because imagine the 10-year-old you. You wouldn't want to be, if you were the one taking care of 10-year-old you wouldn't want to be wound up on 1000 on a level 10, scaring the ever loving shit out of 10-year-old you. You wouldn't want to be scaring the crap out of 12-year-old you, 5-year-old you. Do you know what I mean? Are you guys picking up what I'm putting down? I don't think you know yet because somewhere in this you lost sight of your higher self, your future self, and the little version of yourself. And you were just going through the motions of like, this is what I do when shit goes bad. This is what I do when things go awry. This is what I do when I get attacked over and over and over and over and over again. And what's going to really make you it's going to give you the epiphanies and it's going to melt you into 1,000 pieces is seeing, oh, well, I want to put all this tender loving care towards the little me that probably wouldn't, like, I don't know how to explain this. So give me a second. Do you think that 10-year-old you thinks that you would have made it this far? Do you think that 5-year-old you would have thought that you would have made it this far, depending on what you went through at these ages? And there was a point in time, whatever age that was for you, where your spirit was broken, or where you were abandoned or just left for dead, neglected. That is the version of you that you are hugging, that you are holding, that you are letting them know like the sun is going to come out. We are going to be fine. And it's really going to help you shift to reaching for what you want. It is the missing link. I get downloads for what your guys' cheat codes are, the things that are hidden, and this came on so strong that I was like, how am I going to explain this without crying? Okay, you guys are going through a rebirth of not having to be so defensive, having to be so protective. You are going to fall back and protect your inner child. You are going to fall back and let your angels do the dirty work. You are going to fall back, and instead of thinking like I have to do all of these things because no one else is going to fucking do it for me, I have to do it. Of course I do. Do you know what I mean? Like, you're always being defensive because you're used to being in the 5 of Wands. Everybody wants a piece of what you're doing. Everyone wants to talk crazy to you. Everyone wants to pop off. And you're just going to be seeing things differently. Like, I don't even have fucking time for you. Who are you? You are not relevant in my life. The people in your 3D, the people in the Matrix, the people that you guys are always dealing with, you are going to show them, like, I've got way too much to lose, so much more to bear, so much more to gain than to fight with you. That's patty cake. That's child's play. I don't have time for that. So you guys are used to being in this mode where I have to protect you because you're not going to do it. I got to protect this person over here because they're not going to do it. I have to go stand up for everybody. I have to stand up for the underdog, stand up for everyone in my family. I have to work 5 jobs and do all of these things. Whatever it is, you're tired. You're tired. You're tired. Okay? You're tired of having to do that. So you're like, how am I going to be creative? How am I going to manifest? How am I going to be in this divine feminine energy when I got to punch a clock every 2 seconds to protect, defend, honor, and you can feel like you feel like you're losing yourself. You're like, when did I start losing who I am? And it's your inner child that makes you beam. So you're going from seeing all of the competition, being worried, being a little concerned, being like, oh my gosh, what are they going to do next? To, I wish a bitch would. Don't come near me. Don't come near my inner child. Don't come near me ever. I will not acknowledge you at all. Harmonious. Harmony is what you want around the 10-year-old you, the 12-year-old you, the 5-year-old you. You're going to protect them by any means necessary because now you have switched gears. You are ready for this timeline jump, but you're like, I know I'm going to pass this test, but there's like this piece missing. There's this, you know, all the answers to the test, but you're like, how am I going to pass the whole test? Like, you want to get 100%. You don't want to get 97% or 92%. You know that you can do better. So you're like, what is the better part? And if you guys are heavily in your masculine all the time because your mother didn't protect you, your father didn't protect you, your exes didn't protect you, your baby daddy didn't protect you, nobody was looking out for you. You were always having to look out for yourself. You are starting to figure out a way to do that where you don't have to be aggressive, where you don't have to be as mean or as sharp, where you can do this in a way where it's not only methodical, but you're really staying in the moment. You're really staying present. Like, say somebody's attacking you. What example do you want to show to 10-year-old you that was getting bullied on the bus? What do you want to show to 8-year-old you that thinks like you're never going to have any friends? Like, they would be amped up that you're living the life that you're living. Because at one point in your childhood, your spirit was broken. So whatever point that was where your light was just turned upside down and you really started to see the world for what it was. Oh, I'm really out here by my damn self. Great, lovely, fun. And you're ready for this rebirth. You will pass this test. Your training wheels are being taken off. You will put yourself under literal hypnosis, hypnotherapy to the umpteenth degree because you are done and tired and exhausted of doing it this other way. You're seeing it doesn't work for you anymore, or that you're hitting certain dead ends. So every snake that wants a piece of you, you're going to be learning from this day forward, from whenever you see this message, to calm it down. You're going to slow your roll. And you could have thought, that is impossible. There's no way I can slow my roll. But it's because you're going to be guiding your inner child out of this fog, out of this sadness, this neglect, and all of these things. Thank you, Trendy. Thank you for always supporting my channel. Trendy, I appreciate you so much. May you receive that back tenfold. You guys are amazing. I'm so grateful that these messages help, because there's a lot of times where I channel these downloads and I'm like, I really hope this helps somebody. Okay. Your sun is coming back, the sunlight in your life, but in a very different version of that. And it's going to be better. It's going to be brighter. It's not going to be artificial light. It's not going to be this burnt out. Yeah, the sun is up. Of course it is. It always is. That's how you guys run yourselves. You run yourselves like the sun's got to come out. It's got to shine. It's got to do. It's got to protect. It's got to do all these things. And you're getting to the point where you don't even want to be the sun anymore. You're like, I don't want to be this healing, giving, working, endlessly, tirelessly machine. You guys are being watched over. You are done doing so much heavy lifting. You are gearing up to step into your divine feminine energy. You are more gorgeous than you have ever been, because your inner child is what makes you guys the original gangster of everything you do. Because you were robbed of your childhood, or it was rocked in so many different ways from Sunday. When you get to be a child now, people are like, oh my gosh, like they're the cutest. They're so fun. I love being around them. Well, you are getting back to that. Because there are so many times you weren't allowed to have fun. You weren't allowed to laugh. So you guys are going to put yourself under serious hypnosis to seize your potential, to live in the moment, to have more fun, to accept help, to let others do the heavy lifting for you. And you're going to fall back so you can let these things actually fall into place instead of feeling like you have to constantly go uphill pushing this wheel. You guys know that you're the Empress. You know that you can embody the Empress, but you don't feel like the Empress. You're like, the Empress feels so far away because you guys put a lot of stress on yourself. You put a lot of burdens on yourself that if I don't do this, nobody's going to do it right. If I don't do this, who's going to take care of it the right way? You're going to get to a point where you're like, I'm releasing control. If they do it wrong, I don't freaking stinking blink and care. If they do it wrong, if they do it right, I am releasing control. So this is something that you're going to be working on, and it's going to help you with your manifesting. It's going to help you with your prayers. And another level of this is gratitude. You going through this breakthrough with your inner child is going to help you remember what is really important, because you know you could literally close your eyes and go back to 10-year-old you, how scared they were, how hungry they were, how abandoned they were. And you're like, I don't want to scare them. I don't want to terrify them. That this is what future self looks like, that this is what the future holds. They're just going to be a working machine and there is no fun. And like, do you know what I mean? You don't want to show little version of you that you've turned into a rock, that you've turned hard, that your heart has hardened, that you've gone ice cold. And this is a big part of your evolution. It's what people resonate with in you when you do show it. The glimpses, like you guys show people glimpses of this light. And then people around you see this more in you than you do. And you haven't even turned it all the way up yet. Carlos, thank you for your donation. You guys haven't even turned it all the way up. You are more gorgeous than you have ever been because of how much that you're recognizing within you. It's time for your life to move in a flow of, I'm going to protect, but I'm going to do it differently. I'm going to shield myself, but I'm going to do it differently. Because you're going to have you in mind the whole time. And I feel like I was given this cheat code so you guys could really gain knowledge or help with how you want to shift things to where you can accept help, to where you can laugh more, to where you can be more present, so you can tap into pleasure and not feel so bad. Because think about it, if you guys dealt with narcissistic parents, you guys could have CPTSD, PTSD. There is a lot of different things that you could have suffered. And you're wanting to take care of little you, and it's only going to help all versions of you heal. It's going to help you get through this breakthrough, get on the right path. It's going to help you manifest your wildest dreams. It's going to take you back to the daydreaming you where you didn't feel bad about daydreaming. You didn't feel bad about taking a nap. You guys are going to be meditating more, visualizing more, because you care more about your peace more than anything. Your peace has been being disturbed, and it's been as like a bat signal to show you like, hey, how we normally protect our peace is not going to work for forever. How we normally protect our family might not work forever. However, you've been doing things where you just feel like I have to because I gotta. This is just how I do it. And it just is what it is. You guys are realizing that you can command the room in a different way. You guys will command respect, but you're going to be floating instead of pushing through. You're going to be floating and flowing instead of being like, get the F out of my way. I said what I said when I said it. There's still going to be that part of you because you guys could have dealt with a lot of bullies and you're dealing with bullies now, but you're going to show little you, this is how we deal with them. They're child's play, okay? You're going to show little you, I'm the baddest mother effer, I'm the baddest bitch walking, and I'm going to show you how to be freaking awesome. When bullies come around, this is what we do. We put them in their place. When trolls come in, this is what we do. When haters in the back want to talk, this is what we do. Because think about it, if you were being a role model for your little version of whenever you stop seeing rainbows and sunshine. If you're being a role model for them, you're not trying to show them your shadow all the time. You know what I mean? You're not trying to show them like, yeah, you just punch them and kick them and flip them off and the like, you know what I mean? You're trying to show them like everything's going to be okay. How you actually get to a bully is by standing up to them. You hit them with one line, you walk away. Or you starve them out, you don't acknowledge them at all. Devil energy is pulling on you, doesn't want you passing this test, this quantum leap, because if you can unlock certain things and have this direct line with God, the universe, the divine, the creator, whoever it is that you guys pray to, whatever your belief system is, if you can unlock that, have that direct line, and then be a role model for little you, listen to your higher self, and continue to heal and seize the moment, you're unstoppable. You are unstoppable. You will become the empress. Somebody here is thinking about getting an animal. Maybe you guys had an animal pass away and you're like, I don't know if I can get another one. It's a very specific message, but I got it right as I was going live. Somebody here is thinking about getting an animal, it could be not for the reason that you think. For others listening, you guys could be getting this animal for protection, not just of like what's in the 3D, but spiritually. Yeah. Okay. You guys could be getting this animal to protect you spiritually, physically, and or to have like as a companion, like stress. Like I'm seeing that you guys have been under a lot of stress. So you were like, how can I bring back my luck and my happiness and just this happy-go-lucky nature in you, but still getting things done? It's by you being the perfect role model for little Susie, little Johnny, little Brittany, little whoever. And not just one version of the small you, all versions of when you had very monumental things happening in your life, very traumatic things happening in your life. It could have been 5, 10, and 12. It could have been 9, 12, and 17. Whatever it was, you're going to show them, I got you. It is going to be okay. Just like you would a pet, just like you would your child. Like everything's going to be good. I'm going to show you why it's going to be good. I will never leave you. I will never abandon you. So now that you have like this buddy system going, okay, the next cheat code is you being the role model and that being your buddy. Imagining they're always with you. Imagining they're always watching. Because what your parents could have taught you, or the people that raised you could have taught you, you don't want them seeing that. They've seen enough. You feel me? You're trying to heal that. So it's a way of you being like in the moment and having more fun and checking yourself. It is a way of holding yourself accountable for being too hard or being too cold or complaining too much or, going down the negative rabbit hole, which we all do. We all get to a breaking point where we just can't take anymore. Spiritual warfare, attacks, monitoring spirits. We all privately go through these breaking points or these meltdowns where we're like, I'm tired. So you guys are going to start counseling yourself differently. And you will be applauded for that. Your inner child will applaud you for that. Damn near your ego, your shadow. You guys are going to be doing things a lot differently, and it's going to really help soothe you and calm you down because your buddy is always with you. It never left. Your inner child never left. They've always been there. So you guys are figuring out different ways to be gassed up and to see yourself as your inner child would, as the people around you see you. If your inner child is like, oh my gosh, they're so freaking cool. I can't wait to grow up. I can't wait to be freaking cool like them. Think about how other people see you. It's really going to put things in perspective for you why these trolls out here acting the way that they're acting. Because you ain't regular. You ain't schmegular. And they can get all the way bent because nobody's paying attention to them. You guys are going to let people support you. You're going to let people encourage you. You are going to You're not going to shy away from being cheered on. You're not going to shy away from being gassed up or being applauded. You're just not. You are getting back to a point where you're not quite wearing your heart on your sleeve, but your heart is being activated. So affirm it below. I am the perfect role model. I am always aware. I am ready for this heart activation. I will pass this test. You guys are abandoning different ways of doing things. You're playing a disappearing act. You're ghosting your ego almost. Your ego is going to be like, well, what the hell? Well, what am I supposed to do? Well, I don't know. You did a shitty job of protecting me, so why don't you just fall back? Okay? Literally. Your shadow is going to be like, well, I thought we were going to turn up and just like at least kick that person. No. We're going to tell them to fall back. You guys are playing a disappearing act on your different habits that you know don't serve you anymore. Your shadow is going to be confused. Your ego is going to be confused. Your ops are definitely going to be confused. Well, why aren't they turning up? Well, why aren't they yelling at me? Why aren't they? I really think they don't think I exist because they don't. Because they don't. We're not giving them any oxygen, nothing. You guys got a lot of people in their feelings because you are absolutely stunning, gorgeous, glowing in every sense of the word, even on your worst day. What do I tell you guys? Even on your worst day where you got coffee all down your shirt and your hair's cocked to the side, you still look amazing. So affirm it below. I'm the most gorgeous I have ever been. I have ever been. And what you're figuring out is, oh, I didn't think that I could bounce back from this. Like you were really getting to that point. That was like, how am I going to bounce back from this? And normally, whoever I'm speaking to, you guys could be a really positive, optimistic person. The devil energy, ops, trolls, your work ethic has been breaking you down. And the people that have intentionally been trying to upset you, you're going to stand up for yourself. Future you, past you. People are intentionally trying to upset you, trying to get a rise out of you. Anyone trying to cause disruption, petty arguments, trying to get a reaction, they are going to have to fall back. You are going to disappear. You got all kinds of tricks up your sleeve. So everyone thinking that you're going to tumble around in the sandbox with them, it's not happening. You are withdrawing your energy so you can call back your energy. I'm going to say that again. You are withdrawing your energy so you can call back your energy. If there's things that you've been trying to obtain, that you've been trying to manifest, bring into your life, and you are seeing that because you are stressed out a lot of the time, it's part of the reason that it's not coming in, or your health could be declining because of the stress that you're dealing with, or you guys could really be perfectionists. You overanalyze. You could have a lot of Virgo in your chart. You just put a lot of pressure and expectations on yourself. But if you just thought about being a role model for the little you, they're already freaking proud of you. They're already amazed. And if you think about it that way, you won't be so hard on yourself. You will be present. You will be grateful. Like, dang, I am enough. Affirm it below. I am enough. I am everyone's top priority. I always attract people for my highest good. I am enough. Always going to be. And so people are kind of blown away that you're just going to be either mellowing out a little bit, or these burdens that you place on yourself. Like whoever I'm talking to, you put a lot of burdens on yourself. Like you be breaking your own heart into pieces because you're like, oh my gosh, I should have done it this way and I should have done it that way. And then you spiral. You're like, well, if I had done it this way, then it probably wouldn't have fallen apart and Johnny wouldn't have left. And then if I had just done this, I could have gotten that promotion. And you make yourself mad. So, like, realistically, your haters don't really stand a chance on what they think they're bringing to the table because you give yourself a hard enough time. Okay? You guys give yourself a hard enough time with what you're trying to achieve. And the only way I could think, or I guess God wanted to tell me to put it in perspective, is think about how amazed, like, it's like a nephew or a niece or your child. They're like, wow, my mommy's so cool. They can do all of these things. You know, I could tell you, I'm your bestie on the internet. I'm your favorite YouTuber. I'm your fairy godmother. I'm your favorite reindeer. I'm your cosmic cheerleader. I'm your spiritual advisor. I'm all the things. Little you thinks you're all of the things. So you breaking down your spirit day in and day out to say it wasn't enough. You should have done it better. You should be, you're this age. You should have all of these things right now. Little you is like, wow, that is so cool. You might as well be wearing a freaking cape. So knock it off. Okay, we're going to knock it off together. We're going to fall back and just realize we are doing amazing. We are enough. Okay, and because we've gone through these awakenings, these spiritual awakenings, and we're evolving, we are surpassing a lot of people around us. Okay, think about that. Are a lot of people your age even damn near like the emotional IQ that you have? And we're over here giving ourselves a hard time, having a whole panic attack because we didn't do it right the first time. You did nail it the first time. You want to know why? Because you tried, you attempted it, you thought of it. Old version of you wouldn't have even thought of it because you wouldn't be anywhere near in the vicinity of these dreams, these hopes, these aspirations. You were on this mountain, cringe mountain, okay? You feel me? And you are climbing. Old you wouldn't even gotten near that mountain. Wouldn't even put the backpack on. It'd be like, I'll figure out a different way. I'm not going. So what you guys are starting to see, like, well, damn. I need to stop giving myself such a hard time. I need to learn how to have more fun. My life is not promised tomorrow. And so if you only had one more week on this earth, what would you want to show the little version of you? Would you want to show them you working day in and day out and like never going on a vacation, never having any fun, never laughing? Would you want to show them, oh, when you get older, because you're all fucked up, this is what you have to look forward to? Or would you want to show them, I'm going to do better. And I'm going to keep that in mind that they're always there. They're always watching. That is a huge part of you. Think about it. When we are looking at our loved ones that are adults, we can see when shit really started going left in their life because they are that version of themselves still. Sometimes my husband is dealing with the 5-year-old version of me. Some days he's dealing with the 12-year-old version of me. Sometimes we have stunted our own growth, or family members did a great job of that for us, and we have to give ourselves more grace because other people see us. Other people that have that unconditional love for us, they see us as that little version that needs saving, that needs help, that needs a hug. So when you have a loved one that sees you throwing a fit, giving yourself the hardest time, I didn't do it right, oh my gosh, I effed it up, I woke up late, I didn't make it on time, I didn't make it to the thing or the audition, or I didn't plan it right. That person with unconditional love says, I see them freaking out, but they really just need a hug. And we don't even be seeing ourselves that way. We're just like, I gotta do a better job. So give your inner child that unconditional love of, oh, I'm having a meltdown right now. I just need a hug. Inner child, little me needs a hug. This is 10-year-old me, 8-year-old me, 5-year-old me. When we look at our loved ones and they're struggling and they're not even awake yet, think about what age you can see them at, where they really started going through things in their life, and treat them as that version. You will have more compassion and more empathy in a world where, even though you're an empath, you could be getting real sick of people's shit. Okay? Messages or word is going to be getting around quickly about who you are. You guys are going to be doing more networking. And sorry, I feel like my air conditioning's like really loud right now. So I'm going to move this over here. Message is getting around that there's something different about you. And as people are looking at you, as they're stunned, like, you guys are going to restore hope in people. Okay? You guys are going to restore hope in people that they are enough, that they will be okay, that they will figure out. They will figure it out. So I want to go over some advice that I pulled for you guys. Everything that you've experienced in your life has made you strong and courageous. Everything you have experienced in your life has made you strong and courageous, but you don't have to be strong all the time. You're learning to find that balance. We have justice. Whatever you guys have been dealing with on social media, on the path of your purpose or your career, there is fairness and protection coming in. Those scales are getting rocked, and then they're getting balanced. Okay, there's about to be a shakeup for those that thought they were above you, thought that they could just rattle your cage and make you feel any type of way. They are being humbled this week, because whatever position or pedestal that they put themselves on, it's going to be a little bit busted. Okay, we have light and love. Your purpose is to bring divine healing light and love into this world. And maybe lately you've been feeling like you haven't been doing a good job of that. You just don't even know how to do it with everything on your plate. So you are learning to lighten your load. Maybe there's certain things that you don't do for yourself, and as you're looking at how you would be a role model, you're like, oh, well, if I was a role model, I would do it differently. You would do it differently. You'd be like, oh, well, I want to show them like the best, and I want to be the best, and it's going to help you create new habits and new routines. Speak your passion aloud and defend those whom you love in word and deed. You are going to defend little you, and you are going to defend your family differently. You are going to ride for yourself differently. You are going to ride for those that you love differently, especially if it's hard for you to come out of your shell. It's hard for you to be vulnerable. If it's hard for you to trust, this is going to help you come out of that a little bit more, to see what others see in you. So you guys are the wild one. You guys are the wild horse. You're always captivating people. You guys always keep people on their toes. And you always bring in the justice. Because people think that they can prey on you, stalk you, do all this dumb shit. And what it really is they're over here sitting thinking that they're going to get the last laugh. They're going to bring you the tower. And now the tower is theirs. God gets the last laugh. How do you like me now? Okay, we have traveling. As you guys learn and shift into this role model version of what you'll be for your inner child and how you'll make your future self proud, you're starting to see that your life purpose could involve more travel. Okay, because little version of you probably never got to go nowhere. Or if you did, it was miserable. You know what I mean? So you're going to want to show them, oh, we can go do this for the day. We can go camping. We can go do that. Because little you never got those things. Little you thinks that you now are awesome. So put your cape on and have some fun. Laugh more. You are the chicken noodle soup for others in their life. And it's time for you guys to really embrace that and see yourself that way, and to take care of yourself even more instead of giving yourself such a hard time. We have let sunshine revitalize your soul and color transform your world. You're going to let the sunshine back in. You are going to let your world be revitalized, resuscitated, and everything's going to get more vibrant for you. I love that. When I see this card, I think of the Parrot app. So if you guys are doing ask-formations, if you guys are doing affirmations, it's great to do it when it's your own. Okay, it can be like your own hypnosis track. And so what you can do is on the Parrot app, which is free, this is not sponsored, you can record your voice on a loop and then listen to it. And then you can add music to it if you want to. So if you want a lucky track, a lucky hypnosis, if you want whatever that you're needing for the day, you can listen to your own voice doing that. Because even though there's all types of videos on different social media platforms, everything changes day to day. Whoever I'm speaking to, most of you that resonate with my channel, you guys evolve and you're changing every day, second to second, hour to hour. So what you need today could be different tomorrow, and you might not find a video for it or the content for it. So you guys can make that for yourself, where you record your voice, it's on a loop, and it will repeat it until you stop or delete it. You guys see your deeper knowledge that you have. You have an understanding of your deeper knowledge, and you're going to start really valuing that instead of diminishing it or downplaying it or dimming it. You guys see through deception. When you guys call things out and you're suspicious, people are like, oh, that's a conspiracy. That's not really what's happening. Oh, you think everyone's out to get you. Oh, you think everybody's obsessed with you. Oh, you think everyone's jealous of you. But you are hitting these things right on the nose. So F their opinion. You feel me? The things that you're going to be doing for the little version of you, and I love this, okay? Things that you are going to be doing for the little version of you is a love and wisdom that you will be able to pass on from generations. This is one of the biggest ways you're going to break a chain. You're going to break a generational curse because you get the cheat codes. You're the one that's willing to evolve. You feel me? You're welcome, Daniel. We have Rising Angel. Oh my gosh, I love that. Affirm it below. I am a rising angel. I speak passion into everything I do. Challenge accepted. Rebirth accepted. We have Awakening, Mending Heart, Strength after breakup. Some of you guys could have been going through a breakup. So this is strength that you're getting after a breakup that you've gone through, some sadness, a setback. I love that. I am a rising angel. Okay. Where are we at on time? If you guys were needing relationship advice, okay, relationship advice, love advice, drop in the comments if you're single or in a relationship. And that's what you can comment if you guys were needing love advice before I hop off of here. I'm also getting that for your guys' advice, you could write yourself a letter. Okay, you could write little you a letter. Like, in the future, you're going to have this, and you're going to eat well, and you're going to, it's going to make you want to sleep better. It's going to make you want to eat better. So maybe that's like another cheat code for you guys, is being able to write a letter to your future self, or the little you that was going through certain things. Maybe there's an age off the top of your head where you really went through things and you're like, I want to write them a letter. Do you know how therapeutic and healing that's going to be for you? This is encouragement that will last you lifetimes. These chains are meant to be broken and for you to have this legacy that you deserve. Okay, we have single, single, single. A lot of single. Married, relationship, single. Okay, we'll start with singles first. Okay, Singles, let's get your message. Advice for my singles. What advice do the singles need right now in my collective? Somebody wants to record a video with you. Okay, let me get this out of the way. Somebody around you is not around you for the right reasons. Are you picking up what I'm putting down? Somebody is not around you for the right reasons. I'm telling you guys, you are more gorgeous than you have ever been. So they could have an OnlyFans, they could have an OnlyFriends, or whatever, or what have you. And they're just looking at you like as this opportunity. So be careful. Somebody is not telling you what their job code is. That's just one message. I feel like you guys have way more. I'm over it. You guys could be really over the way that people be dating nowadays. Okay, maybe you guys were talking to a neighbor. You were like trying to get things up out of the mud. And you're trying to be more open. And you're just seeing that there's just a bunch of dummies out here. They're like, they don't be answering the phone. Somebody could have stood you up. Somebody could have been like, oh, I'm going to take you out. I'm going to take you out. I'm going to take you out. And then they didn't even answer the phone. What? Okay. And so it's almost like you're getting one or the other. You're either getting people that they see you as this arm candy, or that they can profit off of you. Ew. Or they see you as somebody that they like are not realizing that they want to humble by dissing you. This is like their way of like sneak dissing you. Yeah, I told her I was going to take her out, but I didn't answer the phone. I didn't show up. People really be out here doing this. Okay, people really be out here doing this. So be careful when you're on FaceTime with people, okay? Because somebody could be trying to record you on a FaceTime. So if you guys are being a little bit reckless, you got a sneaky link, you're linking up with whoever, not my business. It's not about me, it's about you. If you guys are linking up with people and you guys are doing whatever on a FaceTime conversation, be careful because they could be recording you. Okay? There's something that they want to share. Yeah, not a good influence. You guys have a couple of people that are not going to be a good influence. And how you will know this, if you're like, well, I'm not sure because we haven't made it that far yet. If you feel anxiety, if you just feel like, oh, I know they're full of shit, they're not going to show up. They're not going to answer the phone. They're going to flake out on me. Or you guys have anxiety when you're around them. Okay, the person that wants to influence with you is in for a very rude awakening. Okay, I'm also getting that some of these people that you guys could be talking to as you're single, their exes are like all up on your stuff. And you're not even dating these people yet. You guys could just be on their Snapchat and you guys are conversing. You guys could just be DMing each other. And the ex is watching. Okay, the ex is watching and they're freaking out like, no, they're mine. And so you guys could also be dealing with that as you're trying to talk to somebody, the ex is like, oh, you're going to revive my person from the dead. Here I am. Who are you? No, bitch. Who are you? Who are you? Okay. Yeah. Okay. Are there any positive messages for the singles? I cannot. That is, I feel like dating is so hard nowadays. Yeah, crazy ex is trying to pop through. So if they put their ex on a pedestal, if they constantly want to bring up their ex, you're going to be like, next, next. So maybe you're just like, my love life doesn't need to be this dumb. Okay, so you're like, maybe I just need to be doing my own thing. I feel like you guys are wanting to take back your power because a lot of things are coming to light about dating, about how people date nowadays, or maybe you guys are divorced and you're like thinking about, getting back in the saddle again. And things are coming to light that people just be fraudulent as hell. And then you're looking at these crazy exes and how they put them on a pedestal and how they bring them up and talk about them like it's nothing. And you're like, yeah, that's not going to be for me. So in order for you guys to take your power back, you're going to be cutting these people off, ghosting them. Crazy. Yeah, suspicious. Those that have an agenda, that is coming to light because those people are not around you for your highest good. You are not trying to attract people as the broken version of you. You are trying to attract people as the healed version of you. But these people they're parasitic, broken. They just want some of your light. They want to knock you down a peg or five because they've had their spirit broken by whoever they were just effing with. Wow. Okay. Let me get another deck. Anything else for the singles? I want to get you guys a good message because there's so many of you. Oh, shit. Yeah, I'm seeing you guys are calling back your power because anyone trying to push you or shove you in a direction, they definitely have the wrong one. Okay, you're like, I've been through way too much to just let this little booty call tell me what to do. Okay, you guys could be trying to date somebody younger. They could be trying to tell you what to do. And you're like, do you even have a job? Do you have a career? What do you do? Who is your daddy and what do you do? What does he do? Okay, can you make a sandwich? Do you know how to take the garbage out? Can you mow the lawn? Like, what do you do? And these people that are trying to like boss you around, let's make a video. I want to make my ex jealous. Just reckless. Like, you don't have time for that. So what I'm seeing you guys do is you're going to be a little bit defiant. When they're like, oh, give it a chance. You're like, but you're a broken record. We're going on the roundabout. The hamster wheel of you know what. You guys are going to be reclaiming your power and protesting like, no, I don't F with that. I don't do that. Because again, little you is watching. Is that how you want to show little you to date? After, going through breakups, going through a divorce, going through whatever? No. You're like, that's not how we date. They're dusty. We don't talk to them. Okay? You guys are seeing that if you got to ride in this chariot by yourself, you will do that for a little bit because you were trying to be an example for the 10-year-old you, the 12-year-old you that was boy crazy or girl crazy. That this is how we date safely. And I don't know, it's like anybody that wants to come at you sideways, you're like, challenge accepted. Challenge accepted. Oh, somebody said rich man, please. I'm getting that you only want somebody that not only is going to take care of you, but this is what I say. I don't need a rich man. I need a generous one. Okay. And it does not matter if they're rich. It matters if they're generous. You can have a whole rich man, right? Whoever said that? Who said that? Do you know what I mean? You could have a whole rich man that is not going to squeeze out a nickel for nobody. We've all been with someone that had money and they were like, oh yeah, do you want to pay for dinner? Do you know what I mean? I don't need a rich one. I need a generous one. And that's what I found. I don't need a rich one. I need a generous person that will give me the shirt off their back. What's mine is like, it's ours. Do you know what I mean? And it's just like in this economy, let's have a little economics class right quick. In this economy, the way that social media is, they're like, you need to have a person that has all this money. Da 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 da. That's like 6% if you're in the States. There's only 6% making enough money to really get it up out of the mud. But I do believe that you can attract whatever you want. So if your heart desires that, you can attract that. But like economically, that's what's happening. And so it doesn't matter if these people are in that 6% of they got their shit together. Are they generous? Or are you going to have to drag it and pull it out of them? Are you going to have to give them the silent treatment? No, they should just want to spoil you. They shouldn't want you to want for nothing. If they couldn't even afford, if they couldn't even afford to give you an allowance and they still give you an allowance, if they couldn't even, they don't make enough money to do whatever and they're still going to make sure you have it. Not because you're even asking, because they're like, well, I don't want them to have to suffer. So let me just make sure they can get their nails done. Let me make sure they can get their lashes done. Like, we don't need somebody necessarily rich. We need somebody that has enough, manages their money wisely, and wants to invest in you. And then you will do the same. Okay? Because I believe that in a relationship, that it doesn't necessarily have to be financially. It would be great if it is, but everyone has a different opinion. If I'm down, you're going to lift me up, whether it's financially or just emotionally. And then if you're down, I'm going to lift you up. Now, I've never really had to do that being married, but I know that I would if I needed to. In my past relationships, these people weren't protecting me. They were just like how I was raised, how I was neglected and abandoned. They weren't protecting me and shielding me and being generous. It was, oh, that's too bad, figure it out. Or they weren't even freaking listening. They weren't even freaking listening. So you guys are finding the balance. Those of you that are single, you're ready to be uplifted. You're going with the flow of the right person will come because you're doing what you got to do. If these F-boys or opportunists or thirsties are in the way, they're going to be put off, okay? That's going to put them off your scent because they're going to be like, what is that? I don't deal with that. They're talking to that person, they're talking to this person, they're talking to that person. So they might give you the courtesy of checking you. That's another thing. The person that's your soulmate, they're going to tell you what time it is in the nicest way possible. And you will believe it because it is true. They will also be psychic, okay? They will know what you're thinking when you're thinking it. Whoever is coming in for you guys, they will give you a fresh perspective on how you want to glow up. Love that will make you feel alive. Real love makes you feel energized, okay? Not just in the beginning stages, but forever. Real love makes you feel energized, makes you want to glow up, makes you want to have better for your family, for your loved ones, for whoever is involved. You will defy gravity with the person you're supposed to be with. I'm telling you. I didn't even freaking think it was possible for a long time. And you guys have somebody coming in that wants to give you unconditional love. So keep protesting because you're being tested. Keep defying the dusties because you are being tested. Is this what you want? You want a lot of this or you want one of this? It's an uncommon bond. Somebody that is your best friend that understands you. You don't have to like draw them a freaking map. You don't even have to say, oh, I really would like this new thing. And no, they already know that you want it. They already know that you want it. So we're not settling. We are not settling. Okay? Let's get into those of you that are in Whoa. These cards are slippery. Let's get into those of you that are in relationships. Okay. So what you're going to practice saying, bestie, is I'm expensive and you cannot afford me. Okay, I am expensive and you cannot afford me. All you little dusties, all you little thirsties, you are under review. You are under review. That's how you're going to be treating them. The defy the dusties. Olivia. Lucky, literally. Okay. In relationships, whether it's new or been a minute, let's see what we got for you guys. bizarre affairs. Aw, I'll pick it up. I was like, do I want to? I'm so tired. Hold on, hold on, hold on. We have bizarre affairs. You guys could feel like you guys are in the madhouse when you are in your relationship. Does that make sense? Like, have you guys seen the movie Norbit, where she's like yelling at him and she sends him down to the basement and she's like, you're gonna clean this and you're gonna clean that and da 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 da, and he was like, we don't even have an attic, and she's like, well, build one and then clean it, and then she slams the door, like has him grounded downstairs in the basement, and he's like, this is a madhouse, it's a madhouse. This could be your guys' love. Okay, it could be up, down, low, crazy, because you guys could be going through a lot, but there is probably no one else that you'd rather be doing this with. Okay? Crazy love, drama, unconventional relationship. Let's get some more, because you guys could be like, this person's driving me crazy, and this could be why you need this message, because for those of you where you know this person is the one, they're like trying to understand what you're going through, but at the same time, they're like trying to give you space to evolve and figure it out. They're just praying that like you're not stressing and you don't have anxiety. If this person is protective of you and you feel like it's a healthy relationship, you guys could have a lot of passion, and people could be like, oh, it's so unconventional, like that those two are together. Well, they just need to mind their business. They wish they had that much passion. They wish they had that much crazy. They wish that they, not make up, break up, but maybe you guys are just very passionate lovers. Let's see. Why is this die so slippery? Self-love. So you guys could be taking a step back. Those of you in relationships, maybe you feel like, oh, I could give more to this equation, but in order for me to do that, I've got to love myself first. I need to value myself more, feel more confident, feel more respect, and the person that is for you will respect that. You'll say, my love tank is empty, and I'm trying to figure out how to fill it up myself. Don't be asking me for shit. I don't got nothing to give. Okay? I don't got nothing to give. And not like you don't love them, but it's like, don't push me right now to give, because I need to figure out how to give to myself to love you correctly. And if they value you, they will give you that space or try to help in some way to alleviate some things off of your plate, whether it's letting you vent a little bit longer, or vent a little bit longer than normal, or doing some things without being asked. We have beauty, fulfillment, and gift. Somebody could be bringing you flowers, bestie, because I'm telling you guys, you're more gorgeous than you have ever been. Whoever is with you could really be seeing like, dang, I have a ride or die. I have a catch. And they're going through something, and I want them to feel appreciated. So they could be bringing you home, not necessarily flowers, but they could be like, do you want to go get a quick bite to eat? Like, they want to do something to cheer you up. They want to do something to cheer you up, whether it's like doing something spontaneous, dancing. It doesn't necessarily have to be like a physical gift, but they want to do something for you to uplift you up out of this sadness. And he says, ow, flowers. You guys crack me up. We have stars, true love, hopes, dreams. If you guys were thinking you were gonna, with whoever this person is, and now you're just seeing, oh, I could never do that to them. This is your true love, your hope, the person that you're going to be building your dreams with. The one that re-energizes you. I love this. And then if you guys are in a situationship, there are a lot of people gossiping about your situationship, or you having this unconventional relationship. And there's a lot of people communicating that one of you is like stepping out or cheating or not serious or afraid of commitment. And you guys could be thinking about breaking up this situationship because you feel like this person, they can't be serious. They're just, yeah, you guys are at a crossroads. So those of you guys that feel like you're not in healthy relationships, or it's a situationship or a glorified roommate, you guys are feeling indifferent. You are feeling uninterested. You are feeling tired. So you guys are having to make a decision. You are having to make a choice. And on top of that, there's all these people gossiping. Like, oh, they said they were married, but they're not married. Or they be living together, but they're not even together. Like, people are just talking shit. So you guys could be feeling really alone right now. If that is the case, or that is you, it could be because you guys have different religious views, or you're more traditional or they're more traditional. You guys just you're realizing that your views are maybe not the same on really big things. Doesn't necessarily have to be religious views. But there's something where like you guys don't agree on parenting or baby daddies, or like where people's lanes are, or how we should talk to exes, or there's something about how moving accordingly where you guys are like, I don't move that way, and you want to keep moving that way. So we're going to have a sit down. Okay? We are going to have a talk. Look how gorgeous you guys are right now. Flawless. Even on your worst day. Look, even when you guys are sad, you guys be looking cute. Okay, anything else for love? Ooh. Okay, this is for everybody. Last but not least, we have the lily. That could be your name. That could be somebody's middle name. That could be your child's name. Let me know. We have sensuality, morality, and wisdom. Look at this. Smoking hot, smokehouse, no filter needed. This is you guys. You guys have those eyes. Those eyes, they just be hypnotizing people. You guys are tapping into your sensuality. If you're like normally like, I don't want to be sexy, I don't want to look cute, you're going to tap into that dark feminine energy. Because think about like little you that was like boy crazy, and you weren't allowed to wear makeup, and you weren't allowed to do all these things. So role model you is going to be like, oh, we're going to get lingerie, we're going to do these things, and this is how you be a grown up and be sexy, or whatever you be teaching your little one, the little you. You guys are going to tap into that more and have more gratitude for the love that you have in your life, for the beauty that you are, for how attractive you are. I don't think you guys be taking that into consideration sometimes. Like, you just be passing by the mirror. I don't want to look. I don't want to know. And people stop and stare. That's not for no reason. People be breaking their necks to see what you're doing, to see what you're wearing today, to see, how you did your hair, what you smell like. People want to know. Okay, people will be looking for reasons to talk to you. All right, you guys, I hope that this message helped you. And let me know in the comments after the live stream ends, what version of you are you looking forward to being a role model for? Okay, not right now in the live chat, when the live stream ends. Because there's going to be others in the collective that are also have like a similar age, or near that age, or a similar experience. And I want me to not only know you guys through your experiences, it helps me channel your energy, but for us in this collective to better know each other, okay? Because I love when I see you guys in the comments of the live chat being like, how are you doing today? Like, what's going on with you? How is this going? Like, I love that, because we are really a family. We really are besties. And just remember, when I give you guys a spiritual assignment, it's for when the live stream ends, because no one really be watching the live chat replay after the fact. You know what I mean? All right, guys, let me know what little you are excited to be a role model for. Let me know how this message helped you, and I just hope that it did. I'm grateful for this message that I got today. And don't forget to smash the you-know-what, hit the bell, duh. If you guys are on any extra platforms, you guys all got content this week. Remember that you guys have access to all of your libraries, whether you are on YouTube members only or Patreon. And yeah, I look forward to reading your guys' comments. Drop your favorite affirmation. Thank you to my moderators in the building. I love you guys. And just thank you guys for your super chats, your cash apps, and all of your love and support. It does not go unnoticed. And I just hope that this message finds you well. All right, guys. My content is going to be all over the place. Okay, I've got a lot of stuff going on behind the scenes. So make sure that you guys have your notifications on because there's going to be some weird times that I'm going to be going live or posting a message. Probably going live. It's going to be random times, like more random than normal. I'm giving you guys a warning, okay? It's going to be more random than normal times that I don't normally go live. So just be making sure that you guys have the bell on all and you'll receive the notification. All right, guys, I love you. I'll see you next time. Bye, guys.